It's 8:30 on a Thursday, so you know what that means. It's time for The Rush. Welcome to another awesome episode of The Rush, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it is she, it is her, it is I, it is me, Miss Simone, and we have a jam-packed show for you today. But you know, we always have to start our show with the question of the day. Now, last week we asked you guys, how do you know when your friend is becoming a frenemy? And here's what some of you guys had to say. Now today's question is a bit different. Is it okay for your significant other to have a new best friend of the opposite sex? To join in the conversation or to leave your thoughts, you can feel free to log onto our social media pages and leave your comments under our question of the day post. Now, the Elevation and Total Management Group is back for its third annual Untapped Toy Chest, which is basically a toy drive given back to kids who are less fortunate. Now, this year we'll be heading to Andros, Eleuthera, and Inagua, and gift donations are accepted. So for more information on how you can get plugged in, you can log onto our website or visit our Facebook page. Well, in other news, the 2017 Elevation Awards is just 12 weeks away, and the team came up with an amazing opportunity for you to be a part of the live experience by joining the Race to the Stage for your chance to perform live at the 2017 Elevation Awards. To do that, you can log on to www.theelevationawards.com, hit the Race to the Stage tab, fill out the form, paste a YouTube link of you singing a 1 to 2 minute original song, and hit submit. Then tune into The Rush on December 1st to find out if you made it to the final round. The deadline to enter Race to the Stage is November 25th at noon. Well, guys, you know it's Thursday, so you know it's Throwback Thursday here on The Rush. Some of you guys submitted photos with the hashtag TBT, The Rush TV. And here's some of the photos you guys sent us. Whitney Victoria posted this beautiful throwback picture with the caption, looking pretty and smiling, hashtag TBT, The Rush TV. Renee Elisa Rayner posted this very cute throwback photo, TBT The Rush TV. So cute, Renee. Makita Thurston posted this throwback. I can remember it like yesterday, a decade apart. Wow, 10 years difference. You look awesome, Makita. Still cute. The Rush TV TBT. Roger DeValier posted this super cool throwback photo. Birds, The Rush TV TBT. All right, guys, if you want to be featured on our segment of Throwback Thursday next week, feel free to post your throwback pictures and don't forget to hashtag TBT and The Rush TV. Okay, we have some special guests coming up on the other side of this break, so keep it locked on The Rush.
Golden House Restaurant and Bar located in the Cage Village Plaza, West Bay Street. Come on in and try our drink specials of the day or enjoy authentic Chinese cuisines created by Chinese chefs. With specialty dishes like crab rangoon, mixed dumplings, roasted duck, Szechuan chicken, and curry kung. Dine in or take out today and enjoy our intimate setting with Asian decor. Delivery is also available within a 1-mile radius. We also offer bookings for special functions and catering events. That's Golden House Restaurant and Bar located Cage Village Plaza, West Bay Street. Open Monday through Friday from 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. and on weekends from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Give us a call today at 327-2300. That's Golden House Restaurant and Bar.
Are you bored? Nothing to do? sitting here like two big bags of dog food, wholesale size. Well, I have a solution for you. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Why you don't roll the clip?
What the vibe is? Man, tell me what the vibe is. What the vibe is? Mom, tell me what the vibe is.
King Cloud presents Getting Off. We definitely won't let you down. You have to get off.
What the vibe is? Man, tell me what the vibe is. What the vibe is? Mom, tell me what the vibe is. What the vibe is?
Welcome back to The Rush, guys. Joining us now in studio is co-founder of the Bahamas Artist Movement, Ronald Sutherland, and he also brought a special guest, his student, Madison Knowles. So, Mr. Sutherland, first of all, tell us what exactly BAM is all about.
Bahamas Artist Movement is all about children, theater, drama, and performance, primarily. We are a performance training-driven entity, with our primary focus being to gather kids that really have a passion for theater and stage and to bring that out of them.
Okay, now what services specifically does BAM offer?
Specifically, BAM is a children's theater training company. We offer classes 3 times a week now. I have to think, it's very volatile.
Okay.
3 times a week, and we teach between the ages of 8 to 17.
Okay, now how did BAM even come into existence? Like, what was the motive behind creating it? Who were the power forces behind it?
Okay, yeah. There's a wonderful little human by the name of Rowena Poitier, who happens to be my wife.
Awesome.
And she founded the company 4 years ago.
Okay.
She took on a charge of engaging the public in social discussions, and she wanted a forum to do so. She is an actor and has studied many years to that end.
Okay.
And so she decided to use stage as a platform. Her first entry into this was the Vagina Monologues, that was introduced to the Bahamas some years ago, and it just kept rolling since.
What would be the best way for students who have an interest in enrolling into BAM to get the process going, to get in contact with you guys and become a part of the school?
The best way to get in contact with us would be to go on Facebook and look for Bahamas Artist Movement, or BAM. We are there. We respond fairly quickly. We take all comers. We are also to be found Mondays and Wednesdays after school hours at Windsor Preparatory Academy. That is at Old Fort Bay. Okay.
And what are some of the long-term, I guess, benefits or opportunities?
Well, yes, this is a loaded one. When a student approaches BAM, they typically have an interest in being an actor or simply being in a drama of some sorts. They are theatrical and they want to express themselves on stage, musically or otherwise. We want to see that student eke out a living for themselves, doing what it is they love to do. And so our focus is to give that student the tools and the training required to be paid in that industry that that student sees.
And have you been seeing a lot of students enrolling? Like, on average, how many students would you have at the school?
It's been 3 years, and anywhere between 8 to 15 students.
Okay.
Classes are not large. We want to focus, give individual attention to each person, and each student is a client and they become family.
Right.
And because the relationship is going to persist even after school, we want to make sure that things are pretty boutique.
Okay, guys, Ronald also brought one of the students from the Bahamas Artist Movement.
This is Madison Knowles. She is an actor and a material as well as a screenwriter.
Awesome. Okay, Madison, so just tell me, how has your experience been at BAM?
It's been great. Everyone there is really encouraging and we all have tons of fun.
So why would you encourage other students who may share a similar goal, or other young Bahamians who may share a similar goal to want to be an actor or an actress? Why would you encourage them to come to BAM?
I've always had a passion for drama and acting, and there have been no other opportunities like this one.
What are your future plans for acting?
I hope to one day be able to act in movies and TV shows, and I believe BAM can help me do that.
And thank you, Madison, for sharing your experiences with us. We hope to have you back here on The Rush in the future. All right, now it's time for the playlist video of the day, guys. Forever One, all about tonight.
Are you ready, man? Yo, it's K to the O. Y'all ready for this?
Like a lollipop, Mardi Gras. See, I don't even need to speak, let the body talk. Bring the swag to the track. When I rap, it's a rap. These fans screaming dag with a shorty on. A red carpet, baby. Making heads turn when I walk, and maybe this could be the night that you fall in love. Just forget about tomorrow, simply cause it's all about tonight.
Hey guys, this is your Gospel Buzz News Update. I'm Travis. Kicking off the month of November is Gospel Fest on November 17th at 7 p.m. at Golden Gates Assembly, featuring international recording artist Vashon Mitchell, Stephen Hurd, Isaac Ree, and local Bahamian artists Lyrically Blessed, and many, many more. You don't want to miss this. Also, as you know, FamFest has been postponed to a new date, December 2nd through December 4th, featuring international recording artists Dietrich Haddon, Anthony Brown, Tiff Joy, Stephen Hurd, and many, many more. Also, our local Bahamian favorites, Denzel and Friends, Najee Dunn, Shabak, Anna Colleagues, and many more. You don't want to miss this experience. That's your Gospel Buzz News Update. I'm Travis. See you next month.
Welcome back to The Rush, guys. Joining me now in studio is author, producer, songwriter, entrepreneur, Miss Darielle Burrows. How are you, Darielle?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for kicking it with us on The Rush.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we know that you're here originally to talk about your stage play and your books. So we're just going to get into it and find out a little bit more of who's behind Looking for Addison.
Sure.
All right, so tell us the story behind the book Looking for Addison.
Okay, so Looking for Addison, it actually, people always assume that the main character is Addison, with good reason, but it actually revolves around a young lady named Heather.
Okay.
And she's got a crush on Addison, that's why she's looking for him. Addison is the quintessential, most popular boy in school, dreamy, captain of the, I guess we don't have a football team, but captain of the basketball team, basically her ideal guy, so she thinks. And it kind of follows them initially. It's a 3-part series, but the first book follows them as she just kind of has a crush on him from a distance, works her way to introduce herself, and then when she introduces herself, they actually become friends and realize that they have a lot of things in common, and then some things maybe not.
Sounds like the typical high school sweetheart type love story.
Yes.
Maybe not typical. I'm sure there's a spin to it. But it sounds like a lot of people can relate to it, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
Now, being that a lot of people can't relate to it, does it have some type of connection to your real life? Some of the stuff that you say in the book, is it some of the stuff that happened in your real life or that you've experienced?
I have to protect people who may be associated, but definitely, definitely. I think
You mean like your friends?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, life inspires art. And so a lot of the experiences that Heather goes through, maybe in some other way or another version, they happen to me. And then people I know too, you know, some of my writing, it's influenced by not only my experiences, but the experiences of people close to me. And then some things, you know, I just see in life, I just witness them. But Looking for Addison, especially the first book, I would say that's probably the closest to my real life.
How many books are you on now in the series?
I've written the first 2, so I'm still working on the third one.
And how many are you trying to go up to?
For Looking for Addison, it's just going to be 3.
Just 3, a 3-part series. Okay, what led you to decide to create a series and not just stop at the first book?
Well, actually, I had started trying to write a self-help book fresh out of college. Probably wasn't my best idea because I needed lots of help myself. And so then I found myself just working on this story. It was kind of just a hobby on the side. I would write it, and I didn't have much more to say in this inspirational book I was trying to write. And so I realized the story was turning into a novel. And when I was about 6 chapters in, I sent it to my best friend. I'm like, do you think this could be like a novel? And she said, absolutely. And she was loving the story. And so I just stuck with it. That was part of it. So I didn't have a plan like, oh, I'm going to write a novel. Really, it just kind of happened. And from there, it was really a letter that I was writing to the girl I was at 16 and to my views of the world, you know. What would make me happy, what would fulfill my life. And I think that so much of it was wrapped up in the guys that I was interested in or the things that I thought made a good life. And I kind of wanted to go back and be like, you know, this is what we know now, and this is what I would have told you. So that was also it.
And how long were you working on the series from the first book to now?
Both books took me, each of them took me less than a year, but it's been, I think Looking for Addison came out in 2013, the first one. The first one, the subtitle has Never Been Kissed. So that was about 3 years on and off I've been working on it. I haven't worked on the third one for most of the year because it's mostly completed, and I was focusing mostly on the stage play. But I'd say about 9 months each maybe, because I just kind of hack away.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the process like when you have to get into that headspace to focus on writing and storytelling and just keeping the story intriguing and captivative?
Well, focus definitely is number one. You just totally nailed it. Often when I'm writing, I have to kind of get away. And I'll find myself, I'm not typically a night owl, but if I'm in the process of writing anything, I will be up all night because it has to be quiet. You know, no one talking to me, no one trying to reach me at those times, so I can just really plug in. And the funnest thing I think about writing fiction for me was I'll start, I outline things pretty quickly, but when I start to write a specific section, it's kind of like a map. Like I know where I want to go.
Right.
I'm just not sure how I'm going to get there. And as I'm writing the story, sometimes it's like I'm watching a movie in my mind.
Like
it's happening,
out, right?
and I didn't know I had these ideas, but all of a sudden I see these things coming together. So it's really fun. It's a lot of work to sit and do it, but once the juices start to kind of flow and I see things coming together, I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. Like I'm watching the movie for the first time myself and then telling everybody what I saw.
So when it comes to publishing your book and packaging it, how do you go about, choosing the right cover art, the right subtitle, and who publishes your book? Like, what is that process like for you?
Okay, well, when it comes to choosing the design and things like that, that is probably one of the most painstaking tasks, because I always want it to look good, to capture what I'm trying to do.
This looks good.
Thank you.
It looks really good, nice and clean and simple, but you can tell that there's a lot going on with this girl.
I try to be kind of mysterious. I don't ever want faces on the covers of fiction that I do, because I don't want to give readers an image of this person.
Right.
I think for most people, the beauty of reading is you get to kind of create the images yourself. So I try to be a little mysterious, even though, once I describe the character, some key things are there. And then obviously something that I think will grab people. I have to say though, my very first book, I almost titled it Looking for a Stock Photo, because the main character was black, and it seems like when you want to get stock photos of black people, forget it. They're not going to be in a meadow or staring in the wilderness or hiking. We're going to be smiling or hugging each other. So that was really, really difficult, trying to find people of color doing interesting things in stock photos. So sometimes we have to take photos ourselves and things like that. But we put a lot of effort into it, but it comes out.
Now, is this something that you went to school to study? Did you study like journalism or creative writing or something, or is it just your passion?
I think that writing books wasn't necessarily what I went to study. I always loved to write. I knew writing would be a big part of my life. I wasn't really sure how. I did study mass communication in college with a focus on broadcast journalism. I was always interested in TV, radio, things like that, as well as writing. When I came home, to that end with the question about how I publish, it really works out quite well. I'm actually the manager of a local self-publishing company called One Publications. And so from there, it was really simple for me to figure out how to move forward. Because of the nature of my book, pretty much unless Random House gives me a call, the best thing to do is self-publish, and so that made it really simple for me.
Okay, awesome. Before we wrap up, where can people go and get the book?
Sure, my books are available at Logos, Buy the Book on Saunders Beach, as well as God's Good News Books and Teas, which is in Bahamas Faith Ministries.
Okay, awesome.
And then on personal.
Great. So when we return, we'll be talking about your new stage play, The Good Girl's Guide to Romance. So keep it locked, guys, because we'll be talking more with Dario Burrows after this commercial break. Keep it locked. We're going to talk about her stage play, The Good Girl's Guide to Romance. So, Dabrielle, tell us what this play is all about.
Sure. Okay, this play, I tease and I call it kind of a reverse Sex in the City.
Ooh, but, Sex in the City.
But really, it actually revolves around 4 friends. They grew up together, and they joined when they were very young. They joined this purity pledge. Like pretty much like true love waits. I'm gonna wait until I'm married to pretty much have sex.
Right, to go all the way.
Exactly. And so of course, you know, that's the sort of thing parents encourage, and when you're in high school that's great, and then you grow up and then it's kind of like, but really?
It's not what
you
thought it would have been. It's not as easy.
Exactly. And then it's again not as encouraged. The people who were like kind of rooting you on in high school, like, no, this isn't a really good idea long term.
Right.
And each of the girls, really, it's kind of a coming of age for all of them. Now they're in their 20s, and it's like, well, maybe this was a good idea when we were younger.
Right.
But I don't really know if this is going to work, or I don't really know who's going to put up with this in terms of guys.
Right.
And so
who's going to stay, or who's just going to be like, okay, you're not on my level, you don't want to give it up, so I'm out.
Exactly.
It happens.
So and then obviously it revolves around their friendship too, and that's why I say it's kind of like Sex and the City. So you focus, you see it play out in their relationship dynamics. Each of the girls has a love interest, someone she's relating to on a relationship level, and then you see their friendship, and you see the way that the pact that they all joined in, how it kind of keeps them together. But now that they're all questioning it, you're not really sure if they're going to stay friends. You're not sure if the guys are going to stick around.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, so you have lots of questions. But it's very funny, so it keeps it nice and light.
That's good. Comedy in there. What would you want people to take from this play or learn from this play?
I think that I was sitting down with some of my girlfriends the other day, and we were just talking, and I realized that, first of all, there are a lot more women who are on the fence, trying to figure out, you know, this is maybe something that I want to do, but in this day and time, it seems like people get into bed with each other before they know one another's last names.
It's just so free now.
Exactly.
Like, people are too free to just go out there and explore, and it's like, I know I'm going to enjoy this play, but it's like you have to understand that there's a soul tie, like a soul connection that people don't really think about. So, and then they try and figure out, why do I feel like this? Why am I so stressed out? Why am I depressed? Why am I miserable? And it's much deeper than just sex, and people are too free. So I really believe that this is going to be an amazing play that people can learn from.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it does that.
Okay, awesome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again for kicking it with us on The Rush. Before you go, would you just let the people know the date, time, and when they can get tickets to the show? Sure.
It's going to be on Friday, November 11th. Doors open at 7:30, but showtime is at 8 p.m. Tickets are available at Bargain Wholesaler, Spend Time in the Mall, as well as at Bahamas Faith Ministries, or if you know someone who's in the play. And we have a Facebook page also where you can get information. The show is going to happen at the Diplomat Center, also known as Bahamas Faith Ministries, on Carmichael Road.
Okay, great. Thanks again for joining us, and
Absolutely.
good luck with everything that you're doing. Hope you come back to visit us and give us an update after the play.
Absolutely.
All right, and thank you so much at home for kicking it with us for another episode of The Rush. We'll be back next week, same time, same place.